What's going on, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. We have some crazy news if you hold XRP. This is some of the biggest news that you'll hear all year. The Digital Currency Monetary Authority, or the DCMA, they just announced their proposal of launching a new international central banking digital currency called the Universal Monetary Unit, or UMU, through what they call the Unicoin, not the unicorn. I know there's a coin out there called Unicorn Coin, but they say that Unicoin network can support all asset and liable ledgers to enable full service digital banking and financial services with a monetization framework. Now, this was announced at the IMF spring meeting, and XRP investors, XRP holders are currently worried right now. So I'm going to share with you what you need to know in this video. If it will replace XRP, so here's what you need to know based on what they said. So the Unicoin network, they said at the IMF meeting, powered by Universal Monetary Unit, its purpose is to function as a CBDC to enforce banking regulations and can transact in any legal tender as a settlement currency. Banks can utilize the new currency by attaching SWIFT codes and bank accounts to a Unicoin digital currency wallet, enabling SWIFT-like cross-border payments while bypassing the corresponding banking system. Unicoin is designed to support central banking and regulated financial institutions and uses a staking proof of trust consensus protocol along with a multi-dimensional DLT capable of supporting any asset or liability ledger. Now, the DCMA hopes that Unicoin is serving as what they call Crypto 2.0 by introducing a new wave of cryptographic tech for realizing a digital currency public monetary system with a widespread adoption framework. And the International Monetary Fund, they currently have not announced their entire full plans of the implementation yet. Those are behind closed doors. However, this is what's very, very interesting that I noticed from this, okay? Rosie Rios, who works for the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, as the managing director's visiting scholar. She did that from 2013 to 2016. And she was also the 43rd treasurer of the United States from 2009 to 2016. And during those years, she was responsible for overseeing the production of all U.S. currency and managing the Federal Reserve's the federal government's finances. Now, some people could argue that she didn't really do a good job at that based on the situation that the Fed is in right now. However, to each its own. I really don't think anyone could do anything at that time period to save the dollar, no matter what they tried, because of what happened for previous presidents, previous politicians, previous years, decades before that, when the dollar got removed from the gold standard. So there's really nothing that she could have done, because there needs to be a great financial reset anyways. And the most important thing to know, okay, enough about the side tangent about that. The most important thing that you need to know is during the last 3 years that she served as the treasurer of the U.S. from 2013 to 2016, she was also the managing director's visiting scholar for the IMF. And what she did was she worked on a variety of research projects related to the global economy and the international monetary system, where she advised them on video in several speeches and said this.
Just a little bit about what I do. So I oversee the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where we produce our currency. I also oversee the U.S. Mint, where we produce our coins. That also includes custodial responsibility for our gold reserves. So Fort Knox is under me as well. All bullion production, all precious metal, platinum, silver, gold is under me as well. And I'm also a senior advisor to the Secretary on issues of community development. And I say this all the time. One of the reasons why I explicitly chose this portfolio is I still believe that coin and currency is a way that we institutionalize our history, the country's history. On every denomination of coin and currency, you will find a historic figure, a profile, a monument, an edifice that represents our nascent history of this country. So for that reason, and for that reason alone, is why I am very proud to be part of this portfolio, very proud to be part of these events that celebrate that same level of passion for our country's history. So thank you again. We are working on the future generation of currency. So that is my other job. I'm the chair of the Advanced Counterfeit Deterrence Steering Committee. So as the chair, I oversee the collaborative effort of designing future currency and all the security features that are incorporated into that. And that all goes to the Secretary of the Treasury for final decision.
Question, why did you join the board of Ripple? I joined the board of Ripple because XRP serves a purpose. It's a function that facilitates cross-border payments. It's not some store of value, kind of arbitrary value that is not pegged to anything. This is actually what legitimate financial institutions use specifically for cross-border payments. So instead of days and dollars, it's seconds and cents. And that is the future, in my opinion. And again, this is a function. So this utility piece, when it comes to crypto, is very, very important. Again, there's no doubt in my mind that digital assets are becoming mainstream. Absolutely no doubt. And for me, it is that underlying technology that's important. It is blockchain. So, of course, we all know what blockchain is. And blockchain is not going away anytime soon. In my opinion, it absolutely is the future.
Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, guys. I like to look at facts, the importance of roles that people in positions of power have in what they say and what they do. And even though I'm still super bullish on XRP, I do hold a lot of XRP. I'm not just a sheep, that's going to blindly believe anything that someone says, because everyone's human. People make mistakes at the same time too. People change their minds. So if a bank ever decides to use something else other than Ripple's technology, their on-demand liquidity technology, and then XRP is a bridge currency, that's why I am diversified into other things and make plenty of videos on this channel talking about diversification. Again, not financial advice, consult your financial advisor. I gotta say that in every single video. I'm just sharing with you my opinion on what I believe to be true. And if you agree, give this video a like. If you disagree, let me know in the comments below, because what I like to do is I like to diversify into industries and projects that have legs to run in the future in case this lawsuit gets dragged out another year, because it's not smart, in my opinion. Again, I could be wrong here. Let me know if you think it's smart to have your entire life savings locked away in one project, and that's your whole entire portfolio. And then if that one project succeeds, cool, you make money. But if it doesn't succeed, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. I personally don't believe that's a good idea, regardless of how bullish you are on a project, because you get too emotionally tied into that. Because if the lawsuit gets dragged out longer and longer and longer, and then having your life savings or the majority of your portfolio, let alone tied up in one project like XRP that takes forever to grow because you're too emotionally tied to it, that's how you get wrecked. And that's how I've seen a lot of people in the cryptocurrency market, treat this, and they start gambling in these projects where they invest more than they could afford to lose. They don't diversify. Then that project either gets destroyed, or it just doesn't do anything, or something as solid as an XRP in terms of market cap. You look at the size, top 10, arguably it's one of the best, if not the best. It just doesn't have regulatory clarity yet. And before this, most people out there go in the comments and they start saying that I'm spreading FUD and I'm trying to get you to sell XRP. Not at all. That's what a lot of people would say who don't think for themselves. And look, I don't have to insult your intelligence here. I think you are very, very smart. This week, the Bank of England announced it is looking to grow its CBDC team for a potential, what they're calling Britcoin. It's like their own version of Bitcoin. And also this week, Sweden has just published the third round of its pilot report for its own e-krona. And so banks all over the world are diving into blockchain technology. Lots of them are working on their own projects. They're working on their own tech. And at the same time, lots of banks are also partnering with Ripple as well too. So the fact of the matter is this: if Ripple wins the lawsuit versus the SEC, or they get the settlement agreement that gives them clarity that they need, maybe they pay a little fee, something happens before it goes to trial. Judge Annalisa Torres, she issues her summary judgment, and let's say the case gets thrown out. Something happens before it gets dragged out. Well, then what's happening right now with these banks partnering with Ripple? It's only a matter of time if Ripple gets the win and XRP becomes the main bridge currency. If that happens, awesome. Cool. We're going to be camping on the beaches of the moon. All right? It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. All of us together are going to be succeeding because we believe in this project. Now, if it doesn't happen, awesome. We're not emotionally attached to it. Completely emotionally indifferent. And either way, we'll be camping on the beaches of the moon no matter what, because, guys, listen, if you're diversified into projects and industries that will grow over the next few decades, then you're going to be set up long term. The key is being a long-term holder and a long-term investor in those industries. And without a shadow of a doubt, one of those industries that I believe is going to be absolutely huge over the next decade is artificial intelligence. Whether you love it or hate it, ChatGPT, Google is coming out with Bard. What we decided to do with our company is we married our company to AI, and we merged with ChatGPT to make your life 1,000 times easier to create passive income online, so you could do the most important thing, which is accumulate more productive assets. And so what our vision is to give you the ability to have a business model that allows you to create passive income on the front end, so you can then diversify that into the streams that you want. So for example, artificial intelligence altcoins are going to be massive during this bull run. I said that during the last bull run. I said it was still too early, for these AI projects, because we were in this whole crazy meme coin craze and stonk craze with GME and short squeezes and all that stuff happening. But with artificial intelligence, those altcoins that were getting ready to take off was going to happen when the AI revolution was ready. And with ChatGPT, it just hit the tip of the iceberg. And once we go into ChatGPT 5, ChatGPT 6, ChatGPT 7, and these upgrades still keep happening, where it gets more advanced and more advanced, and you see artificial intelligence getting more intertwined with our daily lives. You can already see it right now within banking as well too. And all of these projects, in terms of liquidity, the majority of them are going to grow. So it doesn't necessarily, yes, it does matter which ones you hold. You obviously want to hold, long-term legitimate projects with solid teams, solid tokenomics, solid fundamentals, and the right aspects that we're going to cover with you on this channel. However, at the same time, the majority of them are going to rise, because when the tides rise, so do all ships. And one thing to know is in the crypto space, think of it like the ocean, right? This is the bay, and then the beach is all the way over there. It's probably like a 5-10 minute drive right across the bridge, and then the causeway's over that way. Well, when the tides rise, so do all ships. And people in the crypto space think that, crypto is so big, it's so massive, but they're merely just peeing in the ocean, hoping for the tide to rise. The market cap of the whole industry is not that big compared to how much money's out there in the real estate market over here, right, in land. So crypto is like a small little pool in the side of the ocean. It's an infinity pool that seems attractive, but the amount of liquidity out there is the derivatives market. Then you got the whole real estate market, you got global debt, you got everything that could flow into this industry. The stock market is roughly, like $100 trillion near the peak of the stock market. And then crypto only having like $2 trillion at the peak of the crypto market, that's only 2% of the entire stock market. And so when the liquidity flows into this industry massively, and we start to see these parabolic blow off tops for this next bull run, I think 2025 is when we're going to start to see the markets really go crazy. It's usually like the last 6 months to a year of the bull market rally where the markets go parabolic. They go absolutely insane based on the past. Now, there's no guarantee that that's going to happen, because markets being different this time, regulation coming around, the SEC going after these massive projects. So there's still a lot of altcoins on the chopping block, but artificial intelligence is key, guys, because together we're all backing up the truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because we believe that the spending power of the dollar is going to continue to go down in value. That's been a fact up until today, based on inflation, their monetary print orders, what they're doing to destroy the dollar. And we are seeing the shift happen right in front of our eyes. And that's why we believe blockchain technology, Bull Runners Club, is going up in value. And together, we're all going camping, on the beaches of the moon. I will see you on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.